Hello, this is a problem work through for problem number 72 in lesson 2.7 of the motion unit. So our problem is a stone is thrown horizontally at a speed of 10 meters per second from a cliff that is 78.4 meters high. Part A asks us how long does it take for the stone to reach the bottom of the cliff. Now, the best way to do these problems is to first identify what variable you are needing to solve for. So in this case, how long does it take the stone to reach the bottom? So we are looking for time. That is our unknown. Now, the next thing to figure out is which of these formulas we're going to need. But we need to ask, are we dealing with horizontal or vertical motion? To really figure that out, the best thing to do is to draw a small photo, or a diagram, image of the problem. So if we start here, we just draw a basic first quadrant XY axis. All right, we'll assume that this vertical part is our cliff, and this is how far out it's going. So if we start here, and we're throwing a stone from here, and it's going to go out this way. Now, we know that it is thrown horizontally at a speed of 10 meters per second. So this is 10 meters per second. Now we also know that the cliff is 74.8 meters tall. So that means that this is 78.4 meters. Now, since that is the vertical axis, we will go ahead and call that y. So our time is going to be a y variable because we're looking for how long it takes the stone to go from here down to the bottom. So if we look at our formulas, let me move that up a little bit. Now, in vertical motion, if we are trying to solve for time, we need this formula. T equals the square root of 2y over g. So now, write that formula. T equals the square root of 2y over g. In here, we see y, we see g. So those are the next variables in our laundry list. We need to find y, and we need to find g. Well, y is 78.4 meters, and g is the acceleration due to gravity, the known value that we use, 10 meters per second squared. So now we need to substitute our numbers in. We have the square root of 2 times y, 78.4 meters, over g, which is 10 meters per second squared. Now when we multiply that together, 2 times 78.4 divided by 10, take the square root of that, our meters will cancel out, we're left with s squared. So when we do all of that and take the square root, we get that time equals 3.96 seconds. For part B of this question, if we do the same process again, first thing that we need to figure out is what is our unknown. So how far from the base of the cliff does the stone strike the ground? So this time we're looking for a distance, namely how far it's going to be from here to here. So this is going to be x, and x is going to be unknown. Now if we go back to our formulas, now we are dealing with horizontal motion, and distance, x equals v sub x times t. So distance equals v sub x times t. Well, v sub x is our velocity in the horizontal direction. So that's 10 meters per second. And our time is what we found in part A, which is 3.96 seconds. So we substitute our numbers in. We have 10 meters per second times 3.96 seconds. Move that decimal place 1 point to the right, we get 39.6 seconds, and seconds cancel out, meters, which is our horizontal distance.